There we are. Oh, snap. Look at that. Looks like audio's working. Everything. I have no idea. Let's play a game, because, who pays attention to things, especially when you're doing prep work? Let's do some introductions, and we'll just get right into it. First, we got to start with our captain.
Hey, I'm JT McMurphy. They call me Captain, I suppose. I was in the Colonial Navy for a while, then they Section 8'd me. Oh, I was on a mission. We saw some things. At least I saw some things. They've been telling me for years now that I didn't see some things, but damn it, I saw some things. And well, Section 8, it's pretty good, I suppose. And last time they shot my boy, and I'm very upset. I'm very upset. You don't want to see me when I'm very upset.
No,
because I freak out, and I scream a lot, and I eat fudge that fell on the ground. That's what I do when I get upset.
Listen.
Tell Taggart to go fix the problem.
I know all too well how that shit goes from your alien run, where the entire time Melissa and I, as the two officers, just every combat stress. Well, we're running and screaming.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
And you live forever, so it's fine.
Yeah, we did. It's fine. All right.
Fine.
First mate, what do you got?
I be the first mate, Sam Collins. I used to be a colonial marshal, and it cost me an arm because I was a colonial marshal on some backwater, and some scorpion-looking thing snipped it right off. Barely even felt it. Now we got money, and I got a nice new prosthetic arm.
You do?
It's fancy.
Yeah.
So good. And been doing this for a while now. Pays much better than being a colonial marshal.
It does, yeah. So, on that, after the little bit of a run-in you had last session, you and Big Mac, and we'll get to you here in a few, Bert, headed down to the prosthetic shop. And Big Mac, I went ahead and threw on your sheets. I didn't do much customization, but you've got a new cybernetic leg. It does have a built-in toe knife, so use that as you will. And also Collins went ahead and upgraded to a fancy new limb with all sorts of stuff built into it. He's like a Swiss Army knife.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just a motion tracker, maybe a couple of other things.
Yeah.
Little surprises.
Yeah. All right. Dan, I still need to get you upgraded. You're more than just a crewman. You're the gunner.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, if that's what people wanted to tell me.
Sure, yeah.
Taggart's our kind of gunner, our ex-space marine. If, somebody tells him he saw something, and he saw something, and they told me he didn't see something.
It's true. Very true. And we did confirm that Taggart does have a belly button. But I do think that someone had offered to have it. It was Gracie offered to pay the medical bill to have that surgically removed.
She told me it was real popular, so I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, totally. All right, Bert, what you got?
Well, Big Mac McDonald. I'm a big man. Some might say a rotund man, a fat man. But cook ought to be fat. Skinny cooks, you got to be aware of them. So I did take some advice upon my crewmates and doctors' advances, and I did lose some weight. It's about 40 pounds worth of a left leg, exactly. And not a slimmer man now, but I do weigh a little bit less. And those customizations, Chucka, I've got myself a lazy Susan full of the best spices this galaxy has to offer. I've got a quick release for my cleaver and various knife racks. And that toe knife, well, the paring knife didn't quite fit in those quick release holsters, so that's my paring knife that you're referring to.
Okay. So when Big Mac needs to use a paring knife, his foot's up on the chopping block. Okay, I understand.
That is exactly how important I see fruit being.
That's fantastic. All right. Jeremy, what do you got?
Hi, I'm Mikey. I guess technically my class is that I'm the kid, but at this point, I'm the pilot. I've called dibs. It's official. Cap called me his son last session. I did get shot, and that sucked, but he called me his son, which is amazing. I got stressed out too. He eats fudge. I shoot people's dicks off. We're a great family.
It's, that's accurate. Yeah, I don't have any arguments with that.
He told me to do it, and I did it.
You did it. Yeah.
Someone
did.
follows orders, finally.
I shot all the rest of them.
It's true. Tiger did most of the shooting, but I got a really good quality shot.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump to the morning. Now, looking at the recovery rules, when you are no longer broken, you recover 1 point of lost health per turn, and it's been overnight, so between bed packs and your new auto dock, we can make sure everyone's full up on health and completely out of stress. I would like to point out that according to my notes, Captain, you still have 5 banked advantages to distribute and 5 points of stress relief. So,
Got it. 5 of each.
5
Okay.
of each. That is it? Yeah. So, yeah, morning rolls around. If I remember correctly, Mikey, you did stay the night at Gracie's after you were shot. She patched you up.
I got to use a shower.
You did?
I got to sleep in a bed.
You did?
She's going to take me to a shooting range.
She did? Yeah, she is.
I should get shot more often. This has been great.
I won't argue with that. Not at all. So that does bring me up to my first question. You all know that Mikey is heading to the shooting range today, or this morning with Gracie. And she did leave an open invitation to whoever wanted to join. And, go pop some shots off, a little target shooting. Anyone else joining Gracie and Mikey with that?
Big Mac's got a plinking pistol. He's got to keep in practice, sure.
Sure. What about you, Taggart, Collins, McMurphy?
I'll go shooting. Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Depends.
All right, if everyone's going, fine. A freaking crew field trip to shoot. I mean, I thought we had business meetings, but no, it's fine. Let's go shoot some things, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't get enough of that yesterday, but whatever.
So yeah, you all show up to Gracie's place.
We're making Gracie feel like she's part of the family.
Yeah.
Like, we had one good score, but who knows if we're not going to get another one later.
Yeah, you all show up to Gracie's place. Mikey, you're already there. You've actually been up for a little bit helping Gracie get breakfast put together.
Yeah.
As you all show up, Gracie brings you all in. Serves you a nice, hearty, carb-heavy breakfast. And after that, she takes you down to the shooting range. So you all have your own weapons. Mikey, if I remember correctly, you have your own gun as well.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple now.
Yeah. Gracie is bringing her favorite piece. It's the, it's future sci-fi alien version of an AK. As you all head down to the shooting range that they've got on Tortuga, she's enjoying, or, engaging you all with some small talk here and there, talking about the stupid shit that the space makos or whatever pulled yesterday. But yeah, as you get down there, you all see the very familiar face of Tortuga's shooting instructor. None other than Tater. He likes to be called Range Master Tater. Now, Grace done told me y'all coming down to do some shooting with me. I gotta tell you, I got a few rules. No shooting anything that bleeds. That means yourselves or others, because I ain't mopping that shit up. Next rule, don't shoot a hole in the hole. And you know, I've done that once before and it was bad news. Next thing up, y'all take a look down range. There's a target. And, you know, for doing a Google search of a futuristic sci-fi shooting range on an asteroid built inside, or a space station built inside of an asteroid, Midjourney did pretty good for us.
Yeah.
And so here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time, but you all spend maybe an hour down here taking turns shooting. Everyone, go ahead, make me that ranged combat shot. Let me get a character sheet open so I can remember what it's called. Ranged combat. I was right on the nose. Yeah, everyone go ahead and give me that ranged combat shot. So y'all take your turns, do a little shooting. Tater
Big Mac
gives you some
pulls out
feedback
this-
here and there. Yeah,
This historic relic. He's got a Magnum 365.
nice.
Yep, that's what I'm using too.
Y'all got style up in here. I appreciate that.
Taking aim.
Yeah, gotta take aim. Gotta make sure to look good for Dad.
And Colin's quick draws his, by the way. He's just like,
Now, Mikey, I would like to point
Oh,
out that you would have reset your stress. So why don't you go
My
ahead and
bad.
reset your stress and
I
then
didn't
give that a
realize.
go.
I didn't get rid of that. Let's try that again. Oops.
as we're kind of milling about and doing this, I look over at Big Mac and I'm like, so why run across the fighter fight to go get something? I'm just curious what the plan was.
Well, I figured I could haul myself over there fast enough to get onto one of them big rigs, you know, and get them forklifts going and just mash those suckers up against the side of the wall and be over with real quick. I forgot that I'm
Yeah.
about 120 pounds heavier than the last time I did that.
That would explain a lot.
You know, I knock on my new metal limb. You know, Mom always said I'd lose one of these, but we figured it'd be from the beatus.
I don't think your mama was wrong.
But the looks on their faces when you started doing it, like they couldn't comprehend what you were doing. It was pretty amazing.
Maybe some cheering on your behalf the next time. Maybe just one of you would have yelled out, "Run, fat man, run!" I might have made it.
Deal. I promise. The next time you go sprinting, I'm gonna say, "Run, fat man, run." I swear.
That's cool.
That's what we were missing.
That works.
So, follow-up question. Anyone want to push their ranged combat roll?
Yeah, sure, I will.
Okay.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to push it, I would recommend it for reasons that I won't disclose yet.
Let's do it then. Why not? Oh, dang it.
Fine.
I got a total of 2 successes.
Mikey, you do need to roll me stress.
Okay.
Okay.
Man.
I'm pushing
it's
mine
okay.
too, but I gotta find my roll.
I keep scrolling up and then people keep rolling.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
pulling my-
Yeah.
my-
It disappears.
Can you look for it, Dan? Because then I'll try to do it again. So you have to scroll up.
So confused. Yeah, gosh darn it.
Big Mac, good.
I was just there.
You're just there.
What did I roll? 7.
Reset? Or did you roll it? No, you rolled it. Dang it, I wasn't quick enough. All right,
Oh, no,
everyone.
that's 5 successes on mine then.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't roll my gun, so
That's fine.
I don't know if I should have,
Ranged
but-
combat's fine. Captain, all together between your two rolls, how many successes did you pull?
2 for me.
All right. Collins?
2.
All right. Taggart?
5.
Nice. Big Mac?
Between both, 4.
Nice. And Mikey?
3.
3. And you got a bit of a nervous twitch. Maybe the gun got away from you a little bit on that last shot, or maybe Gracie let you have a go with her giant beast of a fully auto rifle.
Maybe I kind of like fall back a little bit It
Yeah.
strafes upward. I kind of freak out a little bit.
So I tell you what, you all spent some time doing a little training, plus with the, you know, instruction and, you know, technique, critique a little bit of
Hater.
Tater. I'll tell you what, every success you pulled on this thing, next time you take a rank in ranged combat, I'll let you reduce the cost by however many successes you pulled.
Oh,
Nice.
Does that mean mine's free?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So remember that.
At the end of the session, I think it's the next time we can do it.
Yeah, at the end of the session, after XP questions, you can take that if you want. No obligation, but, you know, it's free money, I guess. Free XP.
Free real estate.
Free real estate.
That
Yeah, I met a horse 25. His gun is called the Tot. And his shooting range he calls the air fryer.
I love it.
Some say something. Oh, snap. Lords and ladies of fate, thanks for the raid. We are playing some Alien, or All Fear the Ishtar campaign, where we're playing a bunch of space pirates.
are.
Give me a second here. As shooting wraps up your time at the shooting range, Captain, you do remember. Thanks for that follow there, Felix Felt Finger. It's a great name. Thank you. You do remember that, well, Collins, you did get a message that Crispy is looking to talk to all of you, specifically Captain McMurphy. And McMurphy, you would know that Crispy owes you a shitload of money. And he was talking something about maybe a job or something like that. So if
Where are we finding him again?
at Spankles, local dive bar.
Spankles. Oh, okay. Are we done? Are we done playing with the guns? Can we go do piratey shit now? Can we?
Yar, Captain.
All right. So we got a guy without a freaking arm. We got a guy without a leg. Taggart, poke your eye out so you can get an eye patch.
Yes,
The
sir.
whole thing. Mikey, you're gonna get a bird. It's gonna be great. There we go. I'll wear a little bandana. Everyone will be happy.
That'll be perfect. Yeah. You all make your way over to Spankles. You know where it's at. It's the greasiest, most uncomfortable dive bar on the entire station. And yeah, you all head in, and sure enough, sitting there in one of the back booths, his usual spot, you see Crispy. Old man, always working on whatever, get rich quick scheme he's got here or there. And as you all kind of walk in, you see him kind of look up over his glasses. Hey, Captain! Over here, Captain!
Okay, don't go getting excited. I don't want you to die before you can pay me back.
That's fair. As he gets into his jacket and gets out a bottle of pills and sticks one under his tongue. All right, I'm all right, Captain.
Listen, you don't gotta call. You're not part of the crew. You don't gotta call me. Never mind. Okay, so I hear you got a job for me, which is very interesting, considering how you already owe me. I mean, an innumerable amount of credits. So
It's close to a
not
mil.
only do you owe me money, but now you got something you want me to do.
It's not so much that I want you to do it. It's that I'm hoping that I can, in exchange for this information, maybe we can wipe out some of my debt to you, or all of it, or some of it.
Pay credits with information. Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're trying to give me a lead here.
Yeah.
Well, that would depend on the quality of the information, of course.
It's a job, about a inside job on a cargo shipment y'all can steal. It's supposedly supposed to be hauling some expensive equipment and supplies. So there's this science station way out there, way out there on this rock of a planet, and it's just this one science station. That's all it is. But the thing is, it's not the station you're looking at. It's the cargo shipments going back and forth to it. See now, it's very expensive for the company that has to ship that stuff, and they want out something fierce, but they can't get out of the contract. So what they're looking for is someone to come steal a couple of their ships. And so now, if someone steals a couple of his ships, he can get a big insurance payout, recoup the money from his ships, and have enough to pay out of that contract, so he ain't have to be running back and forth no more. Now the ships are pretty much automated at this point for him. It's just got a synth on each one. But it's so much money he's losing going back and forth. If you like it, well, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's on these ships? Like, what's the cargo? What are we talking about?
So from what I saw of his manifests, it is all the scientific style equipment, along with supplies and whatnot for the small crew they got on that science station, like 20 people maybe. But it's expensive looking. They're doing deep space observation kind of stuff. So yeah, like imaging and like, remote launch satellite stuff and things like that. Space cameras. It's nothing exciting, but it sells. Those are expensive pieces right there.
Which company?
Oh, it's a Sigson outfit.
Oh God. Oh jeez. Okay. I don't know, Collins. You want to head out to a edge of nowhere to steal a bunch of stuff from a bunch of quacks?
I mean, it sounds like a milk run. I mean, honestly, is this thing even like guarded?
No, it ain't nothing. It's so far out there. I mean, there ain't even no one out that far to steal shit. Like it's way the hell. Like it's nothing out there.
Captain, if I might weigh in, when I say weigh in, I take my gut and I flop it on the table. Now, as you know, I'm not so good with my finances and all, but to me, it sounds a lot like new business. And this man here owes us for old business. How we make those two things equal by doing this?
I help you. See now, I give you the information, Captain. You take out my debt. In exchange for this information, you'll be the only ones who get it. Anything you get on them ships, the ships themselves, everything you sell, it's all your profit. No cuts to no one, no cuts to me.
So you're saying that anything that we physically go and steal as pirates, that we would normally sell ourselves, and Gracie would get a cut, of course, we're allowed to just do what we normally do. That's your gift to me.
Yeah. It's just information. It's an easy job, and you didn't know nothing about it.
That's true. That's fair. I didn't know nothing about something at the end of the galaxy or whatever it is. That's fine. Listen, Crispy, here's what we do. If you really want to work it back, I feel like you need to work it back. And I think you sitting around in spankles, writing in your book with your 6 fucking fingers, is really just... I don't think that's working. So I think, you know what? We might got a bunk. Get you on the ship. We'll help you. You know how to use a cargo loader. You can go ahead and give a hand with that. When was the last time you shot that thing?
You shot that thing?
Yeah, I mean, you got like 4 different trigger fingers, so you might as well be able to be good at shooting guns and stuff, right? I mean, I'm inviting you on board. Do you want to come with us?
Well, you know,
Crispy, you're gonna die soon. Look at you. You're freaking ancient, man. By the time we get back, we're going way out the edge of the system. You're probably gonna be dead by the time we get back. Okay, so you might as well come with us. We put you in cryo, all that kind of such.
Give me a manipulation test. You can take a bonus. 2 bonuses on this. You're leveraging the money that he owes you, and also leveraging the, you might as well do something with your last few years.
Okay. I just want more cannon fodder.
That's totally
what I
fair.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hold up in front of me and use them as a shield.
Yes.
Roll that
There we
stress for
go.
me. He agrees.
Okay.
You're fine. No problem.
I'm fine.
He goes real pale for a moment on this, and lips start getting a little blue, and then he kind of snaps to, and he grabs another one of them pills and tosses it under his tongue. All right, Captain. I'm in. You'll pay off
they're
some
not
of my
candy,
debt.
right?
What?
That's not candy.
Oh, this is my heart, spleen, liver, and kidney medicine.
Right, you don't take them every 5 minutes. You take. There's. I'm not a doctor or anything,
I
but you
take
don't
one
pop
whenever
them
one of
like
those
the Tic
things
Tacs.
starts to shut down.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I need to get before we go. I'll need to get my supplies out of my room. I got a couple duffel bags full of these things.
Duffel bags full of pills.
Yeah.
Who gave you these pills, by the way? Where'd you get these from?
Gracie sets me up with the pharmacist on the cheap.
Okay, yeah. No, we got plenty of room for the pills. That's fine. Yeah, we can take care of that. No problem.
All right.
It's gonna be like old times, Crispy.
I remember old times.
No,
It
you
was
don't.
Right after my first retirement, when you were just coming right out. You got your first ship.
Mm-hmm. You remember what you said to me back then? Do you?
I do. You got $5 I could borrow?
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I don't think it was 5. I think it was 500. And I don't. Yeah. It was something along those lines. What I'm saying is, ever since we've known each other, you have a tendency to take things from me and not really return anything. So just because you're old and just because you're popping pills left and right, okay, I'm gonna work you. Just so you know, I'm gonna work you. Okay.
Okay.
The kid ain't gonna do everything. All right, Taggart. Taggart. Yeah, I'll tell him to do stuff too. But the rest of them, I mean, look at him. He's missing an arm. He's missing a leg. We need more labor.
I'm missing 4 feet of large intestine.
Yeah, those aren't important.
Got it replaced with snake intestines.
I don't think you should speak with that doctor again.
That's fine. Ever since then, I've had a hankering for mice.
Well, if we find any on the ship, they're all yours. Don't worry.
All right. Yeah,
Big Mac looks offended for a moment.
Say Big Mac's got a pet mouse.
Oh,
Taggart, why don't you give him a hand with his bags?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
I don't want him to have a heart attack while he's loading up.
He gets up and he pulls out his collapsible cane and starts kind of slowly shuffling towards the back of the Spankles, because his he just lives upstairs.
He lives above the Spankles.
Yeah,
I love it.
Somehow this checks out.
it's fine. They
Sounds
give
like
me free food and they give me board. I just got to go around and mop after the clientele are done using the other rooms upstairs. It's fine. I got no grip shoes, or I got non-slip shoes now.
make sure you bring them with you. On the bus, it gets very bloody. People slip and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So many fluids.
Take mopping
Mostly
up that.
blood.
Over mopping up what I got to now. Let me go get my bags.
Taggart.
I'll go help him with
Yeah.
bags.
Taggart.
It takes him like 4 minutes to get up one flight of stairs.
Hey, Taggart, while you're in there,
I'll
just
just
see if he's
carry
got
him.
any. Yeah, see if he's got anything else there that's useful. You know how he is. He's probably got 10,000 creds underneath his mattress or something like that. He's holding out on us, old man.
So Taggart, when you go to do this, are you doing the, I know the answer, but I'm still going to ask it. Are you looking in his room for those credits or anything worthwhile that,
Absolutely.
well, I know that. Are you doing it sneakily or are you just
No.
looking? That's what I thought. Observation test. Take a +1 bonus. Because you're very enthusiastically. Yeah.
I didn't even add the bonus, but
Wow.
Okay. Roll me another D6 on there, just in case. It matters. It
it
matters.
does. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, you actually find he's getting his pills, he's getting his clothes. I don't think Taggart has the interpersonal observational skills to kind of pick up that he's being shady about things here and there when he's trying to move around. But you start, just once he's got his shit, you just start digging in, and he kind of protests a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. You end up finding 40 grand stashed around his room.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably
You'll
not
need
even-
this.
Probably not
You know,
even
to
intentionally
cover your
stashed, but he
expenses.
forgot it.
Yeah, he just put it somewhere safe and doesn't remember where that is. Okay. You all reconvene. You're out of business currently, like nothing's pressing. Is there anything else you all want to do while you're here on Tortuga? I mean, I would imagine that probably resupply and everything happened
We got a
already.
crap ton of cash. Is
So
there anything
much
we want
cash.
to add to our ship?
You certainly could. I mean, and let's not forget that on the loot sheet, as far as armaments go, of course, they didn't really have any armaments that were better than what you had. They have a light railgun turret, and if I am remembering correctly, the Bloody Buzzard was better off than that. You guys had a heavy
we
railgun
have-
turret.
Do we have a power loader on our ship?
High or low, man?
Hey, hi.
You don't.
Maybe we should get a power loader.
Sure.
Yeah.
You should probably get some more of them environmental suits and such in case we have any more of them radiation problems.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you do pick up a power loader, that puts what you owe just Tortuga in general at 100 grand. Because you owe 50 grand between Collins and Big Mac's new cybernetic limbs, 50 grand for the power loader. And you said you're going to pick up some new EVA suits?
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now.
All right, cool. Let's see. Power loader is on the Bloody Buzzard's inventory sheet.
I'm gonna go find some newer games for my Game Boy.
Yeah, that's not a problem, man. 20, 30 credits a piece. I don't even think that's worth us tracking.
Find some of these,
Metahorse
give me a
25,
check it.
they could get new guns and new armors, but this last job netted the crew so much goddamn money.
Yeah, and a whole lot of military equipment already. Like we had top of the line armor already, a fair amount of guns.
Yeah, they just made 88 million. And I still need to find something to eat up most of your money, because you have at this moment what realistically would be an unlimited supply.
Drugs.
I would like to buy a moon. Is that are they selling them here?
Wait.
Give me a
I
luck
think if we
test.
just go somewhere and
I
plant
don't
a
wanna-
flag and say this is ours.
What
Yeah,
if
we do
we
that,
get-
but I mean, the corpses are there already.
What if
Sorry,
we had
Mikey,
our own
what were we
synth?
saying?
Oh, what if we had our own synth to take care of stuff while we're sleeping?
On us, you want a synth
I don't know.
on my buzzer? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just asking. No, of course not. That's stupid. Why would I ask that?
I would like to make a comment that while you have been kind of moving around the station here and there, you do know that there is a vendor that sells synths. They actually had some of the new line Working Joe models, and you would have seen their storefront as you were kind of moving around and seen their little advertisement that they've got out front. Glad you're enjoying that, John.
I am. He wants you for a best friend.
Yeah. But he would totally be down. Well, if you wanted one, they definitely sell them.
You can never
Definitely
trust him.
need to buy more drugs.
Yeah. And I would say a decent new line Working Joe, you'd be looking at about 200K.
How's our alcohol supply? Do we have enough beer and liquor?
I was going to
Spend
count that as part of the
7
restock.
million on booze.
You are out of space.
Wow.
We just want the really, really good stuff.
You were about halfway used on space if you get the really, really good stuff.
So, in terms of suits, do they have like good stuff here? Do they have things like the Echo All World System Survival Suit?
In a place like Tortuga, you can get everything. So yeah, absolutely. You want some Echo All-World Survival suits?
Those will eat up some change.
They're
Those are
30K
30
each.
grand a piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Good though.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those you thinking of picking up?
Just enough for the crew.
Let's see, there's 5 for us, and then we need 2 for the doc, and for the other guy, and then for Crispy.
Griff.
So Griff, yeah, sorry. That's 8.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any that Mac can fit in?
It would need to be custom tailored. So you'd be looking at another 10 grand on it.
250 altogether.
Okay. Well, I mean, we have 88 million, so okay, let's do it.
Okay. How many of those were you getting all together?
8. 1 for every person on the crew, even Crispy.
All right, I'm just throwing them on. You're welcome to throw them on your character sheets, but for now, I'm also just throwing them on the Bloody Buzzards inventory section, just so they're tracked there in case you all don't want to eat up inventory space on your sheet. Those are the Eco All-World Survival Suits. 4 armor, 6 air. Very nice suits.
Oh my.
So yeah, you spend a good amount of the day gathering up supplies here and there, negotiating a deal for that power loader, getting you those suits. You're all set and ready to go. Real question is where do you want to go?
Did actually seriously want to get like some never sleep or nap relief or X drugs.
As your
Woo!
captain mentioned, you've got so much money,
Yeah,
and those things are so cheap. Just pick a number,
go for it.
and if you want, you're welcome to just throw them on the Bloody Buzzard inventory sheet. That way, yeah. All right. What do y'all want to do?
We need coordinates from Crispy if we're gonna go do this.
Yeah.
we need to get the old man on the ship. We got to get all his info into the computer. And we got to get out of. It'd be a bad idea for us to kind of get off on the edge for a bit and away from, Brian Eyes. That was a pretty hot score. I don't think anyone knows about it or nothing, but just in case.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
And I would like to point out there's kind of three things you've got sitting on your radar at the moment. The job that Crispy just gave you, of course, and that's going to be a decent trip. That's going to be way out there. The other thing that you've got is you did get the information of the other ship.
There's a worker insurrection too, right? Somewhere.
That's what the supplies were for. Yeah, it's for keeping that worker insurrection down. And there was another ship. I'm trying to find the name of that other ship. Get word.
Yeah, we have the codes for it too, I think.
Yeah,
too.
you've got the codes for it.
Yeah, I don't have the name in my notes.
I've got it somewhere. Anyway, yeah, there is another ship that you've got the codes for that should be carrying a very similar cargo of what you picked up from the crab apple. There is the information that you got from the lead of the Star Mako, Gronald was his name, that he was actually an informant for the ICSS or whatever they are. And he has a info drop that he was going to head to here soon. He's feeding information on any possible talks of labor, disputes or whatnot. And then, there's Crispy's new job.
So, I figure probably two options here. I don't know, will you, Democratic or whatever, close enough.
Sure. Let's hear it.
So we got the two that will make us clear money, right? There's Crispy's thing, that'll make us money. Then there's this other ship. We hijack that, we take everything we need out of there, we get another payout, that's another 80-something million, that's 160 million. That's a lot of cocaine. So that's my inklings. We could get involved in this whole Gronald, ICSS thing, but that's like a moth getting a little too close to a flame.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Why don't we? What we could do, since the thing was a little hot, since we took that other one, is what we could do. Maybe we could sell those codes to Gracie, get a cut, have her send another crew. They go do that. We get a cut off of that.
That's good thinking, Collins. That's good thinking. Yeah.
Good idea. Is that what you want to do?
It's lazy.
And if it's hot, we don't die.
Oh, shit.
You see Taggart? You see that right there? That's why he's first officer right there. He comes up with those kinds of ideas, Doesn't need me to tell him what to do. Just takes the initiative, has the idea, etc. Okay? I know you haven't been out that long. But you can think for yourself. I know they broke you down. They made it so you can't really think. You don't really know it. It's time to start thinking for yourself.
All this time I thought it was because his sister married your sister's cousin's brother. The nepotism is what I thought it was this whole time.
I thought he just had a shrapnel wound or something that made him kind of,
I found it.
I think he's got that
called
too.
the Orange Grove. That's what it was.
I gotta agree with Big Mac. I thought it was like one of those like Taggart's his own grandpa sort of thing.
Pretty sure that's time travel.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know. They can do amazing things with turkey basters these days. Hard to tell.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. So what's the plan?
I think we go talk to Gracie. We give her this lead. We take a little cut, etc. She's always good to us. Keep her happy. Let her fill it. Funnel it to somebody else. and then we go check out this crispy thing.
Sure. Not
Yeah.
a problem.
Crispy hanging around at this point?
He's a member of the ship.
All right. Hey, so Crispy, how'd you come upon this information anyway?
Well, I got some friends here and there that, believe it or not, they owe me, some favors, a little money here or there, and they wanted to, to pay me back. So they sold me the information to take out some of their debt, so that way I could sell the information to you to take out some of my debt. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't think this might be some well thought out ruse to take out some of the undesirable elements, being us, out of the system, do you? Spread rumors of a milk run and a known pirate hangout, wait for said pirates to come by, and then exact justice upon them.
That's a possibility. But who did we piss off?
Well, by the very nature of being pirates, I believe we pissed off a number of people in this system.
I'd say, who didn't we piss off?
Right. So it's not, but like they were fooling Crispy too, is what you're saying, because well thought out and Crispy don't really they don't belong in the same sentence. So,
but Crispy's a good stop, right? I mean, he owes everybody money.
I do.
Wait, you owe other people money too?
Oh, of course, Captain. Our friendship means the world to me, but I do borrow money from other people.
Wow. I'm hurt, Crispy. I'm very hurt. Here, let's go inspect this airlock together, shall we?
Sure, Captain.
Nah, I'm just kidding with you. Not yet. Wait till we're further
We'll inspect that later, when we're in space.
Oh, it's a strange time to inspect it. To each their own.
That's when you gotta know it's working. You gotta go keep your eyes on it.
The way I figure it, Mac, everything's a trap. That's why you're never surprised. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything's real. The corpse, they're trying to take your lives. They're trying to, mutate you into some sort of weird freaking creature so that you can just be a labor worker. You never sleep. You never shit. You never eat. You just work. I'm telling you, that's what they're probably doing. And as long as you go into everything with an open mind and open eyes, and that's what it's about, you're never going to be surprised. So we'll be fine.
So, Captain, that perpetual state of paranoia that you're describing, I now understand why you scream for that first hour as you fall asleep every night. I've got the bunk next to you, right, Captain?
Right, I just assumed you put those big old potato things over your ears that you can't hear me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll say I'll keep it down, but that would be a lie. I probably won't. I like how you say the first hour of sleep. I don't much care for sleep, but I suppose we gotta have some of it sometime, It's not so much the sleep that's the problem, it's the dreams, It's the dreams, that's where they catch up with you, It's where all your memories start coming back, everything wrong you ever did, everything nasty you ever saw that your brain has blocked off to make sure you can function throughout the day, and then there it is, just one after the other, morning comes. Coffee, waffles, the smiling face of Mikey brings me to a new day.
Oh, part of the life, Captain.
Yeah.
Yup.
What a life it is.
What a life. Speaking of that, Mikey, while they're all discussing, that's what I thought.
God.
All discussing what the next stage of events are. I would presume that Mikey got a little impatient. Would that be accurate?
That's fair.
You would.
I want to look and
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got to do a good job. I do he was saying look at my first mate. He takes initiative. Blah blah blah. I can take initiative.
Roll me that stress.
Okay.
You got a little tremble. It's still kind of getting a little shaky over the shooting that gun earlier. As you're all kind of having this conversation, you feel a sudden kind of jostle, a very loud scraping noise. As you looked at Mikey was in the middle of backing the ship out and got a little too close to one of the hangar bay doors.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The space colony's flying away from us.
You see the decompression in the hangar that you're leaving as all of a sudden, no one gets sucked out, but you can see some cargo containers, maybe a loader. He must have broken the emitter shield on this landing bay and just lost atmosphere.
We should go. No. Collins is gonna run up.
Captain?
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. So we're on the ship when he did all this, and like he's like pulling away while we're on the
I
ship.
thought that was what I heard. Was I incorrect in that?
As
What's that?
I mean, I wouldn't go driving when we're. I like Mikey wouldn't just go take the
Yeah,
ship for
you
a
would all be
joyride.
on there
No.
because I
Okay,
thought
okay.
you all reconvened on the ship and you were discussing next action.
so then I guess Cap would probably yell at a couple of people to go take care of whatever that was, and then I'll be on my comms, Mikey, on my way to the bridge.
Yes, sir. I'm correcting now. I thought I should go ahead and, get us moving forward a little bit. Like, don't just tread water. Like, you gotta, take initiative.
That's right, but there are procedures for undocking from Tortuga and for getting out of there, and we gotta set the navigation, man. We gotta do a whole freaking systems check on the engines. We don't know. Oh my God, kid.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna give me a heart attack.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Never mind. I'm on my way.
Yeah, you make it. Luckily, on the ship, it's just superficial. The main point of damage was the kind of the shield, the environmental seal on the docking bay. But you do get a message coming across your PDAT. It's just a basic text communication from Gracie. Just a few sentences. You really need to work on Mikey's leaving port abilities. Don't worry about the damage. I'll just bill you next time you get in.
Captain will message back. You're absolutely right, Gracie. He's got a lot to learn. Apologies. I will make it up to you on our safe and lucrative return. Nothing terrible is going to happen to us at all, so we'll see you soon.
Yeah, winky face, kissy emoji response back. You're good to go. I hate that I just said that out loud, but
You should.
yeah.
I like to think the captain's reading it out loud in front of Mikey, like
Winky face, smile. What the hell does that? Why does no one use letters anymore? What is
That's
this?
an eggplant at the end there, Captain.
What? Why is she sending me the eggplant? I'm so confused.
I think that was for Mac.
Perhaps, Captain, before we get too far away, you might want to discuss selling some information to her before we're too far out of port.
That's right.
yeah. So I will send off a query.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
Also, as as an aside, we got another lead, but we can't really take advantage of it. Figure small little finder's fee you can kind of kick back to us. You can get a different crew on it. You interested?
Yeah, she'll be interested in that. She'll send back standard 10% finder's fee.
Sure. That sounds great. It sounds great. And I will text. We'll message over the info.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you're all finally properly work through the procedures, and you're ready to embark Tortuga, heading off into the absolute far reaches of the solar of the galaxy to take up on this job. You know, I really think the cryo bit is boring because I don't. So we're just gonna skip that part. See what we got. Captain, why don't you just go and give me a D6 roll here?
Sleeping is not very exciting content.
It's not.
Chuck just called my campaign boring because we did.
No,
We did
it's
the cryo
fine.
stuff.
You
He's calling
ran
me
it-
out. He put me out on notices right there.
You
So we did
ran
fine.
it amazingly. I just don't. That's not where my strength lies, because I'm thinking like, shit, if you're only in cryo for 6 months and then you get back, how old is Gracie going to be at that point? Like
6
another
year
yeah,
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
fun
I mean-
NPC. I want to come back to her before she kicks the bucket. So
Is someone gonna who's getting up to do the routine maintenance that needs to be done periodically?
all right.
Crispy.
Oh, shit. I
That's
love
what we
it.
got him for.
I love it.
Russ
Mac
Crispy
will do
for
it.
that.
Mac will do it.
I mean, maybe he can assist, but like,
Don't trust somebody who owes you money.
Because what could go wrong with routine maintenance while everyone else is in cryo sleep?
I mean, he said he has to take those pills just every time. What was his heart, kidney, or what was the other thing? It was
Liver.
like at least three things. Three things.
And gallbladder.
If one of them is ever, he only has to take the pill like when he's about to have one of them fail, and he was like, I think I saw him eat at least 5 of them.
Okay.
He could
Mike,
die
listen.
mid-maintenance.
It's fine. He's not gonna do it. I was just making a joke. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna check the systems. Mac's gonna check. He's gonna go ahead and check the engines. Everything will be fine. Usual song and dance.
Can I help?
Mac doesn't like to be in cryo long because despite what they say, you still get hungry in cryo. You get hungry. Yeah.
I think you might have a tapeworm inside you. We probably should have checked that.
I think it might be that you just need to drink more water. That's what they always say. If you're hungry,
Water?
it's probably
The
because
stuff you
you're
bathe with?
Yeah.
Do it before you bathe with it.
I'll stick to my Brondo, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does our stress go away while we're sleeping?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's not a
Sweet.
problem. All right, so yeah, Big Mac, if you're doing that test, just give me a heavy machinery roll.
One heavy machinery coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're gonna push that. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No, hold on. I've got a thing though that
What you
I
got?
can maybe
Push
Hold on.
twice.
300 bits. Thank you for that. That is another banked advantage.
No, I don't. Well, once per act in somatic play and once per game session in campaign play, you may ignore all failures from a single roll. I don't think
Sure.
that does anything though. Does it?
Um,
I think that's if you get like is that if you get the
Yeah.
ones on the dice?
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Well, what in tarnation are all these lights on for? Why are they all red?
Yeah, there's very consistent and ongoing alarm. Yeah, let's see what we've got here, because I think this sounds fun. Um,
We all die in our sleep due to radiation poisoning.
that might be, yeah. Might be a short campaign. Yeah, you come up, there's some kind of alarm going off, and you're kind of checking out the different systems here and there, and all of a sudden you get to the warning itself. Your weapon system is completely and totally down.
Yeah, it sounds like the captain saw something the captain should know about. Right. Gonna go wake up the captain.
Cap's probably awake. So I got to do the comtech. So I got to do like this, the comtech and the heavy machinery. So I'm probably awake on the bridge, and I see these alarms. Mac, what did you do?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch nothing. But these red lights here, looks like our weapon systems are down, Captain.
And they're down because why? What did you touch? What
Didn't touch anything. I woke up, came up here, got my log sheet. As you noticed, there's nothing checked up on it yet. I just walked up here. Oh, these lights blinking at me.
Okay.
Maybe some of that tech we put into our ship's incompatible or something. Maybe they got a way to turn it off at a distance.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get in the systems. I'm going to run a diagnostic.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what exactly this is. Is this just some sort of strange little blip? Did something malfunction? Did we hit something? That kind of thing.
Yeah, just give me that contact roll.
Okay. I will push. That's 2 successes.
You pick up something. Yeah, Comtech is down. You're running through the diagnostics. You don't see any kind of like code error here and there, and you're actually pulling through, and you actually find the exact location. There is a control line, like a data line, feeding into the different system setting. It's upstream a little ways, so it's completely dead at that spot. So you've got a hard location in the ship. You're trying to get into the different diagnostics to try and see if you can manually bring it back up, and it is pulling as a hardware error.
All right, Mac. Can you fit in the vents to get to here? I don't mean to be insulting. I'm just practical question.
I can give it a try, Captain. I can give it a try. Or can I, Chuck?
All right. Well, get on down there. I'll coordinate from up here. Let's get this fixed.
Yeah, so Big Mac, you can get down there. I mean, you're a big guy, but you have a ship that very thankfully is accommodating in that. You kind of make your way through a couple different access tubes here and there, little crawlways. It is not comfortable. It is hot.
Takes his shirt off, gets the container of Crisco, just oils himself down, squeezes himself into those tubes.
It's like a penguin sliding across the ice gone wrong. And following the captain's instructions, like you're pointing him this direction, that direction. Big Mac, you come to the panel, the section that the captain is pointing out. And you can see that the cover for this panel is off. And the screws are lying on the ground next to it. And looking inside, you very clearly see the jumper line that is at fault because it is very obviously it's been cut.
Yeah, can I try and splice it back together? And I'll commentary to Captain while I'm doing this. Captain, we got a saboteur aboard.
Yeah, heavy machinery to splice this back together. And yeah, Captain, you received that message.
Right.
There we go. 2 successes.
Yeah, you get it done. It takes you maybe 10, 15 minutes to do. I was going to put it at a half hour, but extra success, you got it done faster.
All right. I want to get into the systems and see if there's anything else kind of wonky going on. I want to try to get into the sort of environmental controls, see if there's anything that's been sort of pulling anywhere, if anyone, if any sort of weird power fluctuations here and there. And then I'll say, Mac, get on down to cryo, wake the rest of them up. The usual, the main. Not Crispy, leave him be. The rest of them, though.
Yeah.
Get them up. We got to figure this out.
All right.
So Chuck, when I do that, when I go to check on it, is there a way to tell when the last time a cryo chamber was opened? Like, I'm going to check some of the crew members I'm not so sure about, like Crispies and
Comtech, just a Comtech to fish that information. And Captain, same thing. If you're digging through that information, that would be another Comtech test.
3 6s.
Big Mac, you knock it out of the park on this one. Captain, you do too. You're both rolling hot
as well.
now.
We woke up the right people, I think. Yeah.
Big Mac, you are checking logs on all of the different cryopods. And absolutely none of these have had any opening. You may or may not be the best with computers. I'm not commenting on that one way or the other. But you feel comfortable enough with the timestamps and everything that you don't suspect there's any form of foul play.
Captain, we might have a stowaway aboard.
Digging, I'm looking for any signs, reroute of power, anything going on, anything out of the ordinary, anywhere on the ship.
What?
Big Mac thinks of something suddenly and runs to his kitchen to see what's been eaten that shouldn't have been eaten.
Are you abandoning waking the others up?
No, this is after I wake everybody up.
Everyone, you're in the process of waking up. As Captain, you're doing your search. So you are picking up a few things, monitoring and tracking the consumption of supplies. And supplies, I mean electricity. Excessive usage, especially when you're expecting it to be off during cryo. Atmospheric sensors. In cryo, there's nothing burning up oxygen. And you are definitely picking something up. There was someone active and there was someone awake. The most power being drawn was from the cargo bay. But you can see that there has been some work. Someone's been bringing lights up in different sections. There was 3 different three different kind of runs in the interiors of the ship for system access, just like the sabotage that they did here. One of them is sensor array that you can tell if they were going down this way, it would be sensor array they're going for. And then the other one you pick up would be artificial gravity. But those systems are currently up and running fine. Now, as some of your additional successes on this, you do pick up that there has been some other minor access here and there on the ship. Not enough to really draw your attention to anything. A lot of it, like I said, is in the cargo bag. And you're picking up, there's enough CO2 usage that you're thinking you might actually have 2 people.
Okay. So yeah, I'll get on the comms to Collins, Taggart, Mikey, and I'll say we got a stowaway or 2. We got I don't know, by the look of the environmentals, we might have someone hanging around in the cargo bay, but they've been poking around our sensors, our anti-grav, our weapons systems. Mikey, can you get up here, get up to the bridge? I want you to dig through the nav log, see if they've screwed around at all with where we're going, where we're headed, if they've any communications. Get on up here. Collins, Tag, get some weapons. Let's do a sweep.
Sure.
And where the hell did Matt go? He said something about food or whatever, and then I lost him.
So over the intercom, suddenly, they ate all my chocolate!
Mac, I'm not going to make you roll for this. You did good on the other one. Yeah, you picked it up. There are definitely rations missing. And you even see signs that looks like they were cooking. Because a couple of your nicer copper pans have been used without the proper cleaning. and one of your cast
Cradling my
irons.
pan.
Yeah.
I feel so violated.
Even worse.
It's all right, baby.
You
thank you.
find-
Soap on you. Oh,
You find one of your cast irons in the dishwasher.
oh,
Oh,
Captain, I'm going to need a minute.
Get the pulse rifles. This son of a bitch. We're taking them down.
Okay,
All
sweet. I'm
right.
putting on my armor. I'm grabbing my pulse right. I mean, I'm still gonna go to the bridge and like.
Mikey,
Wait, like-
I need your brains up here. I need your special skills. That you're the only one
Yeah.
who can do this. Okay.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Can my brains also be armored and armed just in case they try to sabotage?
Absolutely. Get the kid a gun. He knows how to use it now to protect himself. Yeah.
got his own gun. He can go get it.
I will. Of course I'm gonna get my own gun. I'm not gonna take your gun. Your gun's stupid. My gun's awesome. Because I drew
As
it.
Colin says, he like pulls out his 357 with the scope on it, and he just kisses it.
I pull out my pulse rifle and I kiss it. Mine's
That's over
bigger
there.
than
This
yours.
one's got style.
Okay. You're on open comm still. Can we get to work, please?
Yeah, sure. Always.
Quit,
Come
quit,
on, Taggart.
quit kissing your guns and talking about your dicks. Let's get going.
Haggard already
I'm
left.
not doing that with the kid. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, he was, Dad. Collins was talking about his dick. It was weird.
Oh my God. Just get up to the bridge. Go find the stowaways already. Oh my gosh.
All right.
When did I become a sitcom dad?
So, Mikey, you were headed to the bridge.
Yes.
Let's see here. Big Mac, you are currently in your kitchen. Where are you going now?
Well, after I've said goodbye to my irreplaceable iron pans, once they've been touched by soap, they're just never the same. I'm going to go get my pulse rifle, my cleaver, my pistol.
So you're heading to your bunk to gear up.
Yes.
Taggart, you heading to your bunk to gear up?
Yeah, it's the only reasonable thing for Taggart to do.
All right. Collins?
Collins has got his pistol already. He sleeps with it, so he's just gonna go. Taggart, meet me down in the cargo bay, and he'll go down and start taking a look.
Okay. And
I got a motion tracker too, so I can bring it with me.
Nice. McMurphy?
So I like to think McMurphy, he doesn't walk anywhere on the ship or anywhere else without his vest on. And it's
Sure.
probably the first thing that's outside of his cryo tube. When he wakes up, he just puts it on. It's like, oh, that's it, baby girl.
that
How
that
you
weight,
doing?
that compression.
Oh, it feels so good. And he's
Like
got
a weighted blanket.
yeah, and he's got his, he's got his old gun. Yeah, he doesn't like these new fancy guns. He's got his old gun. So once the kid gets up here, I would like to give the kid some tasks. I want him to take a look at the navigation, make sure we're going where we're supposed to be going. If not, get us back on course. Getting any messages, communication systems, anything go out, anything come in. All right, those are the things you're doing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Navigation, communication, all the shuns.
go- Okay. Comms open with me. All right. I'm leaving you here. I'm locking the door behind me, and I'm gonna go help out Collins and Taggart. You got it?
I got it.
Okay, kid. I'll ruffle his head.
There you go. Very nice. Okay.
They come in here. I'm gonna.
So we have our initial action. McMurphy, you were giving him those instructions during that time. So first round of actions we're going to take. Big Mac and Taggart are gearing up. Mikey, you're starting the task of digging through the systems. McMurphy, where did you say you were headed to again?
I'm gonna go catch up with Collins and Taggart. Give him a
Okay.
hand.
Everyone, and Big Mac, after you get geared up, you're going to head down to where they are as well? Okay. So definitely, Collins, you get there first.
All right.
The door's not locked, but of course you don't usually keep the interior door locked if you're not actively transporting anything, so that's no big deal at that moment. As soon as you open the door, you can see the lights are up. You actually see there's some crates here and there that have been kind of moved out in odd spots here and there. But this is just you looking from the doorway looking into the cargo bay.
All right.
Um,
I'd like
yeah.
I'd like to use my investigator talent.
Sure, yeah. How
Lets
does that
me,
play out?
So I roll observation, and then number of successes, I get to ask some questions. You
Sure.
may provide vague or incomplete information.
I remember this. Who did this to me the other day? Someone. Oh, Adam did this. He used the same talent on me.
Yeah, with our clowns, it was pretty great.
So you pulled 3
Yeah, go
successes.
check out the one sheet.
What are your 3 questions?
Let's see. Is there anything hidden here?
So you are guessing initially by the way you're looking at this, those crates, they aren't moved up in necessarily a defensive position. They're very clearly set up as a way to, like a place to hide. Not necessarily like they're expecting someone to come busting in with guns. They move these into a way that if you were trying to hide in a place, rearranging those crates like that might be how you would do it. So if something hiding there, you're getting a feeling there's something hiding, possibly kind of centered in those crates, like they made themselves a crate fort.
Okay. Any other details that are standing out that seem out of place?
Yeah, actually, you're kind of looking around. You see a few food wrappers here and there. Looks like someone was lazy and just dropped them on the ground. And the other thing that you see is the
Big
terminal.
Mac's candy bar wrappers.
Yeah, the terminal in the cargo bay. You can see that it is on. It is active, and you know that screen. You've looked at it many a times while working on repairs, directing others for repairs. That is ship and system schematics.
Okay. That really, you gave me pretty much all the information that I would have asked, because I don't think what happened here would necessarily provide me anything more. So.
Okay.
I mean, sure. What general idea of what happened here?
What happened here? It looks like someone's squatting.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's at this point you're kind of standing at the entrance looking in. Big Mac, Taggart, you meet up with the captain in the corridors. You're all heading down, and you see Collins standing in the entrance to the cargo bay, kind of looking around. We'll give Collins a chance to do his inspection of what he sees. But first, I do want to ask Mikey to roll. What's the first system you're looking at?
You know, Captain said navigation first. That's what I'm checking first.
Comtech.
Okay. Comtech. I could do
Ooh,
this.
actually, before you roll that,
Oh, no.
if you wanted to, I would also allow piloting in this situation.
I'll keep my Comtech roll that I had already clicked.
Yeah, that's fine. You did pull 3 successes.
Successes is pretty good.
I got to make up for that piloting check earlier.
Yeah, you sit down at the navigation terminal. You start plugging away at it. And it looks like someone has very, very crudely tried to block out navigation control. You've got plenty of successes, so I'm going to say you can very easily kind of remove that, and you are in fact a decent way off course. And you see that the ship is actually navigating to a predetermined location, not necessarily something you're familiar with. You don't know where you're going, but you know you're not going where you're supposed to be going.
Hey, Cap, you were totally right to check this out. I mean, it looks like maybe a preschooler was beating this thing with a pair of sticks, but they did set us up to try and go somewhere else.
Okay, now listen, Mikey. I want you to get us back on course. Log wherever it is it was sending us, but I want you to get back on course. But I want you to do it quiet, like stealthy, like I want you to, like you're driving a really big Pinto, you know, like take a really wide and slow turn. I don't want anyone in the ship to kind of get the sense that something has been changed. Okay, so don't take the
Gotcha.
most optimal turn. But get us back on course. You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool. I can be cool.
That a boy. That a boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Mikey, I'll just allow it. You very, it's not a
Just
problem.
the pull on the controls.
Yeah, you redirect the core. I mean, it's not even necessarily control point. The ship's on autopilot. You just clear out the destination you were supposed to go to, and you plug in back to the destination where you were heading. Before we roll that communications, let's cut back to the crew at the cargo bay. You all hear, Captain, you finished giving Mikey those commands. You're all outside of it. What are you doing?
I'll walk in.
Might check my motion tracker first.
I'll cover you.
No.
Yeah, checking motion tracker. You're not picking anything up.
If they're sleeping or they're not here.
Or they're hiding.
Y'all head in.
One of us should. Big Mac, why don't you stay out here? And just in case you try to shut the door, you can get it back open.
Gotcha.
All right, so McMurphy, Taggart, and Collins, you all head in. Collins, I would presume you took a few moments to relay what you saw.
Yeah.
So Collins, McMurphy, and Taggart, what in particular do you want to go look at first here in the cargo bay?
I mean, it sounds like there's kind of a hiding place set up, right?
Yeah.
Seems like that'd probably be the first place to check.
Yeah. You move around these crates that Colin points out. I would presume you're doing so falling back on your military training, watching your doorways and your corners and whatnot. And as you kind of clear around, it looks like these crates were set up as a very crude sleeping area. You see a couple, essentially think like they made some makeshift cots. There's some sleeping bags on it. You see an open toolkit. You see some food supplies here and there. Initial inspection, you don't see anything ominous.
Are there any PDATs, notebooks, anything like that?
No. Looking over it, no.
Backpacks or anything?
No one living in the space.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, there are
Right now.
a couple backpacks in there, like knapsacks, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
And looking inside, you find some clothes in there. Very crude, standard kind of spacer clothing. Both of them, like if they're wearing these clothes, they match. Both this kind of dark blue, gray highlights on every single piece of clothing. If it doesn't look like it came that way, they painted it or they stuck tape on it to make it match. And you see on some of the chest piece, kind of like drawn on almost with like marker, is a picture of a shark, like a little like emblem.
Does that seem familiar to us at all?
Well, I know
Makos.
you're all jumping to
I was gonna
Mako.
say, is it like the, yeah.
But it is, in fact, not a Mako that you're looking at. Let me see if I can get a picture of that. I don't remember if I have that one uploaded.
Oh, it's the Star Dolphins.
It's the Star.
It's
The
the
worst
hammerheads.
parent gang of them all.
God.
Yeah,
Can't trust them.
I forgot to get that loaded up. No, it is very clearly a picture of a hammerhead shark.
Oh no. Oh, God, screw.
And with that, why don't each of you, the three of you inspecting this, I'm going to have you give me a test here, and it is going to be Observation or survival. Either one of those would be fine. It'll be a wits-based test. Oh, McMurphy.
Sure. Their value
He's
in
not
doing
smart.
better at this.
That's fine.
Captain leads with his gut, not with his
Yeah.
brain.
That's fair. Yeah, Collins and Taggart, you're very familiar with this. None other than the emblem of the infamous pirate crew, the Galactic Hammerheads, who are in fact, their captain is the uncle of Gronald, who is the captain of the Star Makos.
Of course, we're getting a little revenge, probably.
Yeah. Well, joke's on them. We've got Mikey at the helm. We'll be fine. Also, let's catch these bastards.
Yeah, we just gotta catch them, really. Yeah.
There.
Well, now that we know who they are, why don't we all just go get in our suits and we just flush, get rid of the Atmo in the ship?
But
just
we
so
should tie down all the
idea.
stuff first, Cap.
I mean, you can vent Atmo without opening cargo bay doors and things like
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, just
Sounds like a
environmental
good
controls.
plan to me.
Mhm.
Of course, their jumpsuits are here, so they might be in spacesuits themselves.
Fair enough. All right, I guess we got to do a whole proper search of the ship then.
Yep.
Sure.
Who's got them motion sensors?
Why are you so quick to
got one.
disagree with the cab? Like, why don't we just go ahead and do it in case they weren't? Do you always have to second guess the captain?
That's my job.
Really?
Yes.
Mikey, a good first officer poses alternatives. They help you out with your blind spots. I don't know everything, but Collins and I together, we know pretty close.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna get there, kid. I don't want that right now. I don't need that
like
right
your
now.
idea. I like your idea.
We still might do it. But let's
yeah.
let's dot our I's and cross our T's first, and then if we gotta do it, we do it.
I just don't want to see Big Mac squeeze into that new suit again. I had to go with him to the fitting.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Or where's
Collins.
Big Mac's suit? Other than Big Mac. Too much Crisco.
It's baby oil.
I-
Come on.
I do like that
respect
we've
it.
got the
Probably
slip and
mineral
slide in the
oil so
cargo
he
bay,
doesn't
though.
mess up any of the electronics in it.
Nah, I got this new tube of stuff called Astroglide. It's wonderful.
It's
A
made
whole
for
bunch of it.
space.
It's
Yeah,
made
and then
for
the-
space.
And
Mikey,
a
what
tarp
was
in
the
the
next
cargo
system
bay.
you're checking out?
I think it was It was navigation and then communication.
Yeah, give me that contact.
All right.
You pull a success. You check communications, and there have been several incoming or outgoing messages. They are encrypted, so with just the one success, you're not able to pull what it says. But you definitely pick up that someone who's not a member of the crew has been sending something out, and they have received something.
Hey, Cap. Like, I've been. It's like a code or something, but like they sent something, but it's not just that. Somebody else sent something back.
Okay. Data packet or something like that.
Maybe.
All right, kid. And you weren't able to decode?
I'm working on it, but not yet.
I mean, I guess I could ask Collins.
I think we've got. I think
can
we've
take
got
a stab at
idiots
it.
on this end. My guess is whoever's on the other end is probably good at what they're doing.
Mikey,
Okay.
as you're sharing this information with the captain, you do kind of glance over because something catches your eye at the navigation controls. More particularly the external, the sensors of the ship. You see a red light flashing on that panel. Seems like it just started up because it wasn't on when you were over there a moment ago.
And now there's a red light over here that wasn't here before.
Where? What
Yeah.
red light? There's many red lights on the bridge.
Like, is it something that seems like?
You would know. You would be familiar with it. That's not a problem. You can say very easily sensor arrays of your sensor array has gone offline.
Yeah. No, our sensory array is offline.
Okay, keep an eye on it. Let's go. Hustle, sensor array.
And
Get the motion sensors out.
McMurphy, this is one of those areas that you saw that they had some extra oxygen use and lighting on. So you would already be familiar with the where to head to in this situation. It's your ship, you would know, but it would be very specifically fresh in your mind.
Captain, do you want me to go up to the bridge and back up Mikey?
I locked the door. He's fine.
Right.
He's all right.
I am locked and loaded. I've got this. Why don't you do the first mate thing that you do, and I'll do the pilot thing that I do.
Just saying, I'm good at cracking codes sometimes.
Well, we're gonna crack some skulls first, and then we'll figure out the codes.
I can do my job. You can do your job. I can do my job.
Mikey, keep an eye on the sensors. Keep an eye on the ship. Let us know if any other lights come on, etc., etc. And if any ships start popping up, let us know that too.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think we're going to see any ships.
Look for all the things, Mikey.
Use
All
the
the
Mark
things.
1 eyeball, Mikey.
It's totally fair. All right. So, Collins, where were you headed, or are you going with the captain?
I'll go with the captain.
You all head to the access tunnel that would take you where that's at. You know there's two main points of access, one kind of at this side of the ship and one at that side of the ship. How are you all doing this?
Do we want to do both sides?
Sure, yeah. You split up. Who's going to the closer side and who's going to the farther side?
Mac
take
will go to the
Taggart.
closer side. Less
Come on,
walking.
Taggart. We'll go.
All right.
Collins, you.
All right.
Me and Big
Keep an
Mac
eye
take
on
the close
Mac.
side, you'll take the far side.
Yeah.
And
Did
Collins,
you hear that, Taggart? You're coming
gotcha.
with me. You got it? You understand? Okay.
Gotcha. So they stay here, and I stay
You don't
here.
need to know what they're doing. You just need to know what you're doing. Okay? You don't need to know. That's not important. Just, oh my goodness.
I stay here and make sure they go in this side.
Taggart,
air vent?
I would like you to come with me.
Collins and Big Mac, as you move up to this where the captain has pointed you to, you can see that the kind of like the access hatch is not closed all the way. Like someone didn't latch it. Very clearly what you see, McMurphy and Taggart, as you get down to the other side, you can see that this is latched and closed. McMurphy, you slap in the code real quick to open it.
Mikey's birthday.
It's Mikey's birthday. How y'all want to do? Or what do you all want to do? Barreling in?
Do we wait and see if they come running this way, and then we nab them, or we just rush in and
Collins
We'll
is
make some
going-
noise over here. Once they come and check it out, you guys swoop in from behind.
All right, Captain.
Are we trying to take any of these guys alive, Captain, or are we free to blow holes in their head, which I'm all for?
I mean, don't go out of your way or anything. But if you can keep one alive, I did promise the kid he could shoot someone out the airlock, so, you know.
Sure.
Fair. That's fair, Captain. Fair. I'm gonna kind of get into the access way, and Collins is just gonna stick his hand out and activate his motion tracker as well.
Collins, give me an observation. And then also the motion tracker, you do pick up two hits on it.
Is that
about
most
halfway
likely
down.
the other two? Oh, halfway down. Okay.
You do hear with that observation, as you kind of start moving in, you do hear a couple of voices whispering back and forth. You can't make out what it says with the 2 or with the 1 success, but you do hear that there's someone in here whispering to someone else in here. As you hear from the farm, what kind of noise is Taggart and McMurphy making?
Maybe just opening the door loudly, or
From the door, take a step in and be like, geez, I wonder, boy, something strange. Where do you smell that? Something like that. Just make it, say something dumb.
stop the dome.
Oh my God.
The door opens loudly on the far side. Taggart steps in and very proudly announces to the corridor, something dumb. Collins, you hear that very clearly. As Collins, you hear the whisper stop for a second, and then you hear, shit, they're trying to trap us. Let's go. And you hear the sounds of them moving towards you.
Okay. All right. So have we gone into the access?
I
Corridor
presume
now?
that you just kind of
Okay.
stepped inside, so Big Mac is probably still outside of it. And you just kind of stuck your hand out so you could do your motion
thing.
read.
All right. I'm going to like wave Big Mac in and point, and I'll actually pull out my revolver.
So it's like,
I'll go in the direction of the pointing.
all right. The 2 of you step around the corner as you see moving towards you the small toolbox in one of their hands. The other one's got a small automatic rifle. As you step out, the 2 of you step out, you see them both stop. The one drops the toolbox and goes for a gun, and the other one levels their weapon. So I'll
into
tell
it.
you what I'm going to do. We're just going to roll a basic agility test. This is going to be between Big Mac, Collins, and this guy. To see who's going to get
Agility,
to move
you
first.
say?
Agility, I say.
Can we push?
Sure, yeah.
I guess I'm gonna push.
Sure.
I don't want to not go. Hey, or
Yeah,
can I push if
you-
I got
you
a
can't,
stress?
Not when you get a.
Oh,
not
yeah.
when you get a face
And
like
Big
that.
Mac, you do need to roll stress for me as well. You're fine. You're fine. Sadly, the one who's got his gun is going to get the opening shot. He's going to pull 1 success, 1 to 2. It's Big Mac. 3 to 4. It's Collins. Collins, as you're going to catch 2 points of damage from this assault rifle. And Taggart and McMurphy, you hear the gunfire go off. 2 of your easily, I would presume you would rush in at that moment.
Shooting's my favorite thing.
As Big Mac, your shot goes wide. Well, you don't even get a shoot yet. All right, so Collins, you got hit.
Okay.
Big Mac, you're right there. Kind of stuns you 2 for a second. Let's do a quick round of initiative.
Sure.
I'm just going to throw some tokens out on the map real quick. And let me make sure I don't have this shit broken again. See, and I do have it broken. All right, and who from your crew is here? That is going to be... Get clear down there. What the shit? I don't like that when you search for things, it expands everything. We got Big Macs, and we got Collins, followed up by Taggart and McMurphy. get our initiative rolls out. Any of you have anything that messes with initiative rolls?
Nope.
So just going up the list from bottom to top. Taggart. Looks like you pull an 8. Collins. You pull a 2.
Ooh.
McMurphy, you pull a 4. Big Mac, what was that number? I didn't see a 7. And then we got our 2 pirate friends. Well, our 2 asshole friends. We'll call it that. They pull a 5 and a 3. Does anyone on your side want to do any initiative swapping?
I'm good with the 2.
I'd be happy to move up if somebody wanted to let me, but
I like to go ahead as somebody so I can at least give the orders. So
Yeah.
you get bonuses. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right, then we'll call that good. Collins, you just got you just got shot.
Son of a bitch.
What do you do?
How far away are they?
They're at this point, maybe 20 feet. They're moving closer to you. Taggart and McMurphy, you're looking at about 50 feet from where you're at.
All right, then I'm gonna run up to the one that shot me and punch him with my prosthetic arm.
Sure.
There's-
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, definitely nothing weird about it.
Yeah, nothing weird at all.
Oh, give me 1 second.
I might have thought there was something weird if you hadn't said that it wasn't.
So that is going to be 3 points of damage. You do need to roll stress for me.
Yep.
And he is going to take that 3 points of damage. I don't get
And then he also has to do a stamina check.
Let's
to-
do a stamina test. Oh god, he fails. What does he take on that stamina fail?
Let me pull up the stun
He's
baton here real
stunned.
quick.
He's
He
stunned.
loses, I think, his slow action.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds about right.
All right, so Collins, you ran up.
And punched him with my electric fist.
So it is that one's turn. He loses his slow action, so he is going to try and fall back. Falling back means that he needs to make a mobility test. And he fails it. So, Collins, he turns and he tries to run from you.
Okay,
Take another swipe at him.
sure thing.
That is going to be 1 point of damage. My armor rolls are garbage. He is still up, though. You have used up a unit of your power.
Yep.
All right. McMurphy.
Okay. So one of them's runs out is running.
They're both running away from you down this corridor.
So they're running away from me and Taggart
Yeah,
towards
Taggart's-
Collins and Big Mac.
Taggart did not bait your trap properly.
Okay.
So they ran the other way.
Well, that's we wanted them to run away from us, right?
No, we wanted to lure them in so that the other two could sneak behind. It's fine. It all works out in the end.
So I'm just gonna give 2 orders. I'm gonna give an order to Big Mac and an order to Taggart. So
Sure.
I will say with fast action, I'll say to Big Mac,
Hey, Big Mac, can you get us? We need a leg. I think we're down a leg. Go get that guy. Go get that guy's leg.
and so basically if you do like a attack on, I'm assuming, do you use your knives?
Oh,
How
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm assuming. So
Sure.
you'll get a bonus equal to my command roll. So let me do that.
Ooh.
So you'll get +2 on your attack. And then I will say to Taggart, I'd be like, and I'll just be mumbling, something dumb was supposed, not literally,
Oh my God! I know you jarheads are just for crying out loud. Can you just hurry up there and go shoot one of them, please? One of the bad guys, not one of the people on our ship illegally.
I was about to be real worried there.
So I'm gonna try again with my command. I will push.
All right. Oh, success. Good.
I will push again, actually, because I did just get influence.
Yeah.
So I think it needs to be like allowed to push again. So I'll just. So I got
just
one
push
success.
off the top one again.
Okay.
You just need to make sure to check that allow multi push.
Yeah, it's still just one. So you get a +1 basically on your
right.
shoot. Okay, that's my turn.
The other pirate sees Collins beating the crap out of his friend. So he is not going to risk moving up. He is going to take aim.
How far away is he?
Where you moved up, he's probably like 10 feet from you.
Okay.
Oh, God. Just miss.
Bad rolls tonight, dude.
Yeah. It just goes wide. Absolutely nothing. Big Mac rolls to you. You've got your command.
Big Mac pops out his meat cleaver from his prosthetic leg, charges in, hacks off a limb.
Sure.
Or meat for the fridge.
If you are aiming specifically for a leg, I'm going to treat that like a called shot. So when you roll that, you're going to right click on your cleaver or whatever you're using for your cleaver. I think it's just your knife. And you're going to put a -1 in that base modifier.
Okay, but I got a +2, so it's a +1
it
overall.
would come out to a +1, yeah.
Now, do I put the plus or just the 1?
I think you just put 1.
Just the 1.
Yeah.
2 6s.
All right. You're going to push that. Now, question, are you going after the one that Collins is engaged with or the one that just shot at Collins?
Oh, no, the one that was shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you move up to the other one. Are you going to push that?
You're
You're going to do 3 damage as it is.
3 damage as it is, huh? Yeah, I've got 2 stress, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Captain wants the leg. I'm going to give the captain the leg.
Look at that. You pull another 2. Wait, what happens? Who rolled a shotgun? Taggart, who are you shooting?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, actually. Sorry. I was
so
just
I pulled 3 more.
3 more. So
my
your
goodness.
base damage is 2, so you're at 3. You're going to give me 6 damage. That is fantastic. You do need to roll stress, and they do have armor. You are keeping it together. It takes it down to 5, but that is exactly what is needed to do the job. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to roll on the injury table because you were going for that leg. There is a hard whistle as this cleaver cuts through the air, and there is a very... I mean, it's a wet sound followed by a little crunch, and then the collapse of this man on the ground.
So it's made gorier because Big Mac can't help himself. He's humming the tune of the commercial that sold him this knife. It slices, it dices, it makes Julian fries.
Yeah, just that hard crack and then another crack. And just right at the knee, just a touch above the knee. You know where to hit that cartilage above anything else. And this dude, his leg comes off, and as he collapses on the ground, blood is squirting out across this corridor. He is screaming in pain. Taggart, one dude is up.
I was actually just going to shoot him with my pistol since I think it's the only thing I'll actually have range on.
Okay. Yeah, you pull your pistol, you take a shot, you get a +1 from the captain.
Yep. Just 1, that's not enough.
So 2 successes there. That is going to be 2 points of damage. I do get to roll armor. He
Dang.
soaks 1 of that, but luckily Collins has done enough damage already. That is all that is needed. Let's see what you do to this guy. Critical injuries, and let's give a little roll. It's a gut shot right in the back. I know that one very well. He's going down, and he is in bad shape. He is not going to last long. Threats are neutralized. You can see probably Captain and Taggart back where you're at. Where they were at, that panel is down. They didn't bother putting it back up, and you can see there are a couple lines in there that they have cut.
Okay, Mac, can you get on this fixing thing? Hey, Taggart, give me a hand with this guy. Hey, Mikey, meet me down at Starboard Airlock. I got a prize for you. I got a present.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Bridge is secure. I am on my way.
Attaboy. Attaboy, kid.
Captain, which one do you want to keep for questioning?
I wasn't sure if the leg one was like died of shock or something.
No, they're both alive. They're just
For now.
broken and critically injured. I would say these are both lethal injuries.
Okay. Are they both conscious?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Okay, whoever gets closer without going over, okay, Price is Right rules, okay, then you get to live. Whoever doesn't, my dear friend, Mr. Collins here, is gonna do whatever the hell he wants with you.
Okay. Yeah, there's so it is lethal in a shift. Both of them are lethal in a shift. So yeah, you've got time on both of them. So you're thinking a number of 1 to 100.
Yes.
The one missing a leg spits out the number 83. And the one who's been shot through the gut throws out the number 68.
That's amazing. It was 69. Okay, so you're both gonna die. No. 69, you're coming with me. 68, come on. We're gonna question you. Okay, we got a process for this. Collins, you question that one. We'll do it like the old cop movies. You know, you get him to tell that story. We'll get him to tell this story, then we'll cross-reference, okay? Whoever tells us more interesting things, that's the one that gets to live. Okay? All right, say goodbye to each other.
They very weakly say goodbye.
Collins picks up one of the hands of one of them and waves.
That's great. All right, so Captain, where are you taking the one with the blown out gut?
Starboard airlock. I mean, Mikey.
All right. And Collins, where are you
The
taking
interrogation room.
I will take him to the port airlock.
the other interrogation
Then
room.
both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. We are at time. So I'm gonna put
Big Mac
You go ahead.
cradles the leg and puts it in the meat locker.
You just collect the legs.
Don't trust the stew, Captain.
So savory, though.
I don't know if I eat anything that Mac makes, to be honest. I think everything I eat comes out of a wrapper at this point.
Unless it's
All
fudge.
legs.
This is fudge. Yeah, that's true.
Oops, all
In
legs.
truth, Mac is just waiting for the day that we actually do an interrogation and Mac gets to feed them their own body parts,
Okay.
and it's going to be so good that they'll be conflicted. You see, it's just that's his dream. One day, one day.
If you didn't have work to be doing right now, Mac.
All right, and Big Mac, I will say I'm not gonna make you roll. You spend a little bit of time, just like the other one. They just found the line to cut out the sensors, and they just snipped it.
Here, go back through, put everything back together.
Yeah, not a problem. We are at time, so we're gonna wrap here, and we'll do the interrogation next week because that's gonna be fun.
And we'll feed him a leg.
Let's do some XP questions. Let me get that pulled up.
It's just going to be an instructional scene where McMurphy's just going to be like, okay, so this is what you do. You try to make him think that he's going to live. And then once he tells you what it is that he wants to hear,
Then
Right.
you say something cool like, and you hit the button. Got it?
Gosh, you gotta say something cool. I mean, why do the airlock if you're not gonna say something cool?
It would be disrespectful not to let them die on that really cool line. Like that's what they
Gotcha.
get. That's the You see what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
we're the good guys.
Yeah, like I'll do
Yeah.
a practice one where something cool.
Yeah, here, say something
And he
cool.
accidentally vents the guy's deck.
Yeah. All right. Just a note for myself: we are sitting on 6 advantages and 5 stress.
It's been on a real dumb line.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do these questions. Did you participate? If you did, you get an XP. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your own personal agendas? Letting you all set your own agendas, so that's a question only you can answer. Did you risk your life for your buddy PC? Does anyone feel like they did that? No? Okay. Did anyone challenge or stand up to their rival?
Mikey.
I think so.
Okay.
I was an
Oh,
ass.
you did. I remember that, yeah. Did you make a panic roll? I don't remember who all made panic rolls this session. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one too.
This one is a yes. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means? Yeah, you chopped a guy's leg off and blew the other one's guts out.
Non-violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a stun fist in there.
Yeah. I'll take. Sure. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? How do y'all feel about that one?
I mean, the whole crispy thing gave us quite a bit.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also finding out, that we're kind of being hunted by another pirate gang, basically.
Oh yeah, by Mako's uncle.
Yeah. The Galaxy Hammerheads. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Big
cut
Mac,
off a leg.
Big Mac did lob a leg off. Just lopped it right off. I would take that. Yeah, that's fine. Finally, did you earn any money? I think today was a money spending session.
I did get 40,000 credits out of the mattress, though.
You did steal Crispies and the captain. I would call that a group win. So I'm gonna take a point for that. And don't forget the discount that you're getting if you take ranged combat. The next time you take ranged combat, if you don't want to take it that session, that's fine. Just set on that. Next time you take ranged combat, you can use that discount. Or in the case of Taggart, you get a freebie.
I already did it, so I don't forget it.
I don't blame you. And that's the session. Let's do our closing roundtable here, and we can bounce. So, Jeff, what do the Gaggers got happening this week?
Yeah, man. Friday, we are playing Hunter the Reckoning, penultimate episode, as we're closing that chronicle down soon. Saturday, we're back to One Ring, second edition, continuing our lengthy campaign. Monday, we're going to be playing some Hala for Savage Worlds. Finally got my physical copies and stuff, so very excited to show those on screen. And then Tuesday, we are starting up a new game run by our dear friend Steven. I'm contractually obligated to say, as he's running us through some Forbidden Lands. So we're going to do some Session 0.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's very excited.
I like Forbidden Lands. Steven has been sending me a lot of questions over the past month or so about Forbidden Lands, so good to see he's getting to run it. That's fun. I like Forbidden Lands.
Nice.
Very cool. Bert, what do you got happening?
Well, we are not streaming this Friday. I have a funeral to go to, but Saturday we are doing our Cyberpunk Red game. It is a combination of Cyberpunk Red with laugh track, as it is also supposed to be a very grim comedy.
Nice. Very cool.
Yes.
Very fun.
This Sunday, Shadowrun.
Oh, yeah. I'm down for that.
Other than that, the Kickstarter that I was involved in, Dicey Tales V2, successfully funded. We made twice our goal. We're still waiting on Kickstarter to release funds, and then folks will get all their PDFs from that. The other Kickstarter that I had a hand in, Weird Frontiers, the print-on-demand copies are now available on RPG, split in half, so you don't have to carry around a 900-plus page tome. It is almost evenly split in half. There's a special running on it right now. It's essentially over $65 less if you want to get both books and the PDF all in one. It's $100, but that is significantly less than buying them separately. So yeah, not sure how long we're gonna leave that up for, but if you're interested, go and get it.
You should leave it up at least until like the 16th.
Is that what we're prognosticating? 16th's a good date?
16th, okay. At least until the 16th, because that's when I'll have the money to pick the new copies up. So I would recommend waiting at least until then.
I think we're going to run until the end of January, honestly.
Even better. So. Even better.
Ooh.
All right. And Jeremy, you got a Patreon you want to tell us about?
Yeah, and Reese on Patreon, you've got comics, maps, 5e assets, good stuff. Check it out.
Very nice, very nice. As far as DOK goes, come back Friday night, 10 p.m. Central. Joe is running Dan, John, and myself through some Heart. It's been a lot of fun. We've got a very, very varied kind of crew here. The rivals and buddies, it's a spider web of a map that Joe made for us, so it's very entertaining. Other than that, we don't have anything over the weekend. Jeremy, Dan, and I got some offline stuff that we're going to be doing Saturday. And I think Adam said what we're doing might end up on the Grim and Perilous Patreon. But I'm not sure on that. Just keep an eye on Grim and Perilous. We'll see if it ends up there or not. But yeah, other than that, we'll be back here next Wednesday for the next episode of All Fear the Ishtar. You all can watch McMurphy walk Mikey through the finer points of throwing a dude out the airlock in a very dramatic and cool kind of way.
It's important.
It's very important. So anyway, until we see you next time, go be space pirates and follow and watch all of these people. Deuces.